there, welcome back to the most physically modeled sim racing channel. Today is my favorite day of the week, namely whatever day it is that beamNG releases a new update. Today it so happens to be 0.23, the long-awaited update which adds PBR, physically based rendering into the sim, completely overhauling the way that it looks and the way that it's lit. This has massive implications for the graphic engine going into the future, so we're going to dive right into it. But along with that, there's a host of other small improvements and additions, including some tweaks to some old and new cars, which we'll get to in due time. For the time being, what we're going to do is read through the patch notes together, then dive into the sim together and check out the new content. Make sure to smash that sub for future beamNG content, and let's get into it. Alright, here we go, the 2021 summer release, beamNG.drive version 0.23. Welcome to another major update for beamNG.drive, version 0.23 is here. Expect to see a slew of da-da-da-da-da. The first edition that we have is the Gridmap revamp. A little while back, we reached out to you, the community, for some ideas on how to improve Gridmap. Well, you delivered ideas and suggestions in spades, and now we're pleased to deliver a complete overhaul of the beloved map. There's a notable change in the overall visual style that still respects the look and feel of the original version, so bare bones and crappy and unshaded basically. Aside from visuals, Gridmap's layout and scale has changed significantly. We've split the map into 11 different zones, each with a designated purpose and theme, including off-road, suspension, handling, rivers, and much, much more, i.e. Crash 1, Crash 2, Crash 3, every kind of crash you can imagine. As a result of these changes, the new version of the map is now 4 times the size of the original in order to accommodate these new zones. With that comes some added freedom to roam, as we've implemented some empty space and minor landscape elements to open up the map for an increased sense of exploration. And you can also get the original grid map level on this link here. The Pigeon Remaster, aka the Reliant Robin. Next up, we're proud to announce the long-awaited remaster of beamNG.drive's most well-known bird of the flock, the tiny, quirky, and hilariously unstable Ibishu Pigeon. The whole vehicle has been rebuilt from the ground up, sharing almost nothing in common with the old Pigeon. Completely new, highly detailed textures, 3D model and J-beam structure all created to our most recent standards, as well as plenty of additions such as new 4-wheeled plus models, a screaming 1.3 litre DOHC inline 4, new configurations, new customization parts and more. I'm sure I can speak for all of us when I say that this is really the thing that we're all after. I mean, when I thought of cars that I wanted to remaster for, it definitely wasn't the Sunburst or something that, I drive on a daily basis. It was the Pigeon. Definitely the Pigeon. The Ibishu Wigeon. Not only does 0.23 include a remaster to everyone's favorite 3-wheeled pickup, it also includes the Ibishu Wigeon, the Pigeon's lighter, sportier cousin, featuring a shortened down chassis, lightweight fiberglass body, and gas strut supported lifting canopy door. The Wigeon might seem more like something out of a sci-fi universe than something you would see on the road. Inspired by various Pigeon-based kit cars and homemade sport cars, Ibishu developed the Wigeon in the late 1980s for European markets. Why? Unsurprisingly, it was not particularly successful compared to the far more useful Pigeon, but carved out its own niche among quirky enthusiasts in Great Britain, its most popular market by a significant margin. What is it with Britain and weird cars? The Wigeon is available in 2 trim levels with 3 and 4-wheel versions, as well as sharing the same engine options as the Pigeon. 3 modified configurations are also present for drag, track racing, and off-road. Oh my god, okay, cool. And finally, the big one, PBR materials and graphics update. We've also been hard at work making the game feel even more immersive through significant improvements to the rendering engine. This includes the addition of physically based rendering, allowing for environments and objects to appear more true to life, especially from a lighting perspective. With that in mind, you'll be able to see updated textures across a diverse selection of assets. Here's a video showcasing just how much of a difference physically based rendering makes. That's okay, we're going to find that out for ourselves shortly. A new Ultra mode, which enables Fresnel and specular color for direct lighting, has also been added. It should be noted that we've experimentally implemented Vulkan Renderer. That is so exciting. At the moment it's still unstable, but offers promising upgrades to rendering speeds. That means FPS boost, FPS boost, FPS boost. Traffic signals. We're very excited to introduce a traffic signal system which comes with fully functional intersections and signal controllers. This particular update also features improvements to AI, such as making the East Coast USA traffic lights compatible with AI, and improvements to some police actions. West Coast USA intersections are still in the works, and we appreciate your patience. I guess it's a far larger city. Oil simulation. Lastly, combustion engines will benefit from an improved oil simulation coming in 0.23. Oil is now simulated as a variable mass that can change over time due to external factors. We've also added support for breakable oil pans and radiators, causing oil to leak should either of them face any damage. There's also been a reworking of the oil starvation logic, as well as support for oil starvation during cornering and jumping. Wow! You, as the player, will also need to adhere to safe minimum and maximum oil levels that should not be exceeded. What are we doing, a car mechanic simulator now? That is great! And as per usual, there's a bunch of fixes and improvements which you can read for yourself over here. Now, let's dive into the actual content. So of course we have to begin with the most sensible option, the thing that everyone truly cares about with this update. The Ibishu Wigeon. The updated version of the three-wheel, I guess Reliant Robin ripoff that beamNG incorporated into the game some years ago. You know, out of all the content that I was looking back on, thinking to myself, they really need to take this and expand on it. This was forefront in my mind. Like, I never thought to myself, hey, I want graphics updates or handling updates or work on the physics. I was thinking to myself, I really want to experience what the Reliant Robin would feel like if it were just hypercharged and turned into some carbon chassis monocoque lunatic thing. Let's try it. All right, here we go. Here we go. I believe this thing's all manual. Oh yes. Oh, you can feel it. Whoa, you can feel it. Okay, she doesn't turn very much, which I suppose is unsurprising, knowing that you're got half the grip up the front. She doesn't brake very well either. Okay then. Yep, there's that Top Gear experience I know and love. It's all right. Slowly back on that. Yep, that's what we're here for. All right, so the key with this is lifting off. Lifting off is key. You'll be doing it a lot. The problem is, the more you turn, the more she wants to bank and flip on you. Wow. This is quite the experience. Let me, I feel like I need to get this from a different vantage point. Here we go. So I don't think you've quite understood what people mean when they say the word understeer until you've driven this. Absolute beast of a car. That's fine. This is a newfangled form of aerodynamics. So it allows me to diffuse the forces side to side and give me more lateral grip. Yep. Yep, there we go. Perfect. Beautiful. See how well that works. So much stability gained with that wing, facing the right direction finally. And I feel like all my years of manual car driving have finally come to that point that they were headed towards. This is the experience I was always waiting to have. Yep, this one right here. Alright, well as always, I'm glad that we got the important part of the video out of the way early. I mean, this is really the most important part of this entire update. I think you'll all agree without a doubt. So we're going to move on to the less important things now, such as the PBR shader, complete graphical overhaul, and maybe some of the other odds and ends that come as part of the 0.23 update. And now for the less important things, such as the physically based rendering, which you can see lighting the scene, and that gorgeous array of cop cars which are just ominously positioned, staring right at me, almost as if I would ever deign to do something illegal. Hey. Along with that, we have brand new traffic light logic here on the East Coast, apparently rewritten so the AI actually adheres to it, so things are getting ever more close to the GTA Online experience for us, as we can see. I'm just waiting for the Uzis to come out. So let's check out these new physically based rendering shaders and see how things go. So far we can see the scene is lit in it's more vibrant, it's more bright, everything looks very nice and colorful. Not that beamNG ever lacked that in the first place. Of course, here in my Bruckle Moonhawk Sport, because for that reason really, it's a whole heap of fun. This car doesn't really go very far, but it gets you there with a smile on your face. So physically based rendering, as you can see, the scene, the shaders, rather the textures are what you know and love from beamNG. Let's respect the traffic laws. They're what you know and love from beamNG. The only difference is the way that the light hits them, the way that things are illuminated. It's not a world of difference, but certainly it's better than it was, and it probably opens up the developers to all new avenues of lighting future scenes and possibly lighting more complex scenes in the future, which I look forward to as I get very, very impatient with this traffic light here. Good timing right there. Oh, police, how nice. Well then, that's not nice, but it is the beamNG experience I know and love. So the crashes are still intact? Yes, in fact my steering column is very broken after that. Apparently the police don't enjoy it when you do that, who'd have thought? Yep, we're just gonna make it work. Good. Onto the highways. Onward and upward, we escape into the physically based rendered trees. Oh my god, probably should have picked something a touch more sporty for this magical getaway. But as you can see, beamNG, still a whole heap of fun to drive with a wheel and a full cockpit. You can pretend you're a real sim racer, it's great fun. Honestly, the way it bounces around, the physics, absolutely amazing. Still love it. I love the fact that they don't remove the important things. So nice and vibrant. Hey guys, how's it going? Hey guys. Yes, good times. Ooh, my best Carmody impression as per usual, except in a far, far older car. No, I thought maybe go off-road here, but might not be the way to take this. Clutch in, clutch out. Hey guys, I've got to say the police here on the East Coast are so mild-mannered. Is it because it's such a beautiful place? I mean, look at that. If I lived in the Disney equivalent of a forest, I'd probably be pretty happy myself. Oh, Ferrari, don't be that way. Can't get caught, guys. Can't have that. Ooh, sounds like I hit something, but sorry, we won't look back there. That's how we deal with adversity here. Just don't acknowledge it. That's fine. Okay, maybe not quite the leisurely experience I had in mind to showcase the new graphics, but here we are. No massive change, just a lot more vibrant. Just looks kind of ever so slightly more modern. More than expecting a world of difference, I would just say keep your eyes peeled for future graphical updates, because the physically based rendering will probably help them out when it comes to showcasing all that. So I, of course, treat my car with the utmost respect. Given that ended so well, I feel like we should move on and check out the new grid map. So here we are on the new Gridmap V2 for the very first time in one of the most practical cars in the game. The Hirochi Sunburst Hill Climb, I think it is. Always nice to have a time attack car available to you. It's a really good practical way to circumvent an obstacle course. So let's see what they've left here for us. They reckon that the size of this map is 4 times that of the original. So let's see what kind of crazy new experiences we can concoct. Oh, always fun in this car. Alright, looks like a jump. I mean, we go straight for the jump, don't we? Let's see how this goes. I made it. Yeah. Okay, back to it. See what we have over here. Looks like half pipes of some kind. Very nice, very sensible. Maybe we go up there and then come back down. Maybe that's the intention. Yep. Wow, that worked out really well. Like, really, really well. What about this? Yep. I feel like I probably didn't need that anyway. Ooh, that's exciting. Okay, a sphere with ramps leading to it. Definitely nothing flying off my car. What's that? What is that? Like a coliseum for cars? Wow. Oh, wow. Really? Daytona? Boy, I feel like I really picked the correct car for this, didn't I? Wow. Oh, man. Yes. What happens if I stay here? Wow, things actually go pretty well. Okay, and back to it. Let's explore the rest of the grid map. Looks like a little city up there. Let's see what that's about. I really feel like I picked the correct car for this. I mean, it's just such a practical reference point that we can all really relate to. I remember the time I bought my first time attack car that made somewhere north of 900 horsepower. I mean, really, that appears to be a half-life. Now the question is, are we going back or... Are we gonna land? Yeah! That was a really good jump. I really feel like I'm getting a lot out of this, you know? Really understanding the limits of the car so much more. Huh. Wow. It's a grid map pyramid. Whoa. What an experience. Wow, there's so much to explore. As my car's definitely intact. Huh. I mean... Is it just me, or do crashes look really nice with the physically based rendering? You can kind of see parts of the engine are shining differently to the bodywork. I think that's the main difference, actually. The crashes look better. Who'd have thought? I guess that's their priority in beamNG. Would it really be my channel unless we cap things off with a hardcore, old-school, hyper-sweaty rally here at Utah with sunbeams shooting out over the cliffs during the first rays of light? Let's just get into it. Ooh, I feel like something wonderful and joyous awaits us over that cliff there. This is where PBR shaders normally show their power. As you can see, the way that my headlights are illuminating the rocks in front of us, you're getting all those little details, you're seeing all the bump mapping, the tessellation, all that fun stuff as I wonder whether this is the correct vehicle for this track. And I do question my choices occasionally. I really do. As I think this may be more of a four-wheel driving kind of experience than what I originally intended. This is not your grandpappy's rally. This definitely doesn't feel like the kind of experience I signed up for, but you know what? We're gonna see it through. That's just the kind of people we are. One thing I will say is that I'm very impressed by how well beamNG drives compared to how it used to just like a year or two ago. It's very, very impressive, all the changes they've made. It's turned into one of my bona fide favorite driving simulators. As, good. That's a good start. As you can tell, I probably don't know Utah as well as I should, but, man, look at that shadow casting. Look at that lighting in the distance. Gorgeous. This is the experience I wanted from Beam. Hyper immersion. Please stay on the road. Yep, perfect shifting, as per usual. At least been watching Colin McRae for 20 years. Same thing as being a rally driver, right? Oh, straight down. There we go. Yeah, this is the experience I want. No, this isn't. Well, gents and ladies, a beautiful crashed up car here, rendered in gorgeous physically based rendering just for us. I've got to say, of all the things that have impressed me the most about this graphic update, yes, the way that light shafts are cast, but the way that the cars look when they're spinning violently out of control to their inevitable demise. Make sure to subscribe for future beamNG content. I can't wait to dig into 0.23 a little bit more and find out what other goodies they've got hidden within. So until next time, I'll see you guys next time.